Hello everyone and welcome to Daytona International Speedway for the BRL Series. We have our running today of the BRL Championship Round 140 here at Daytona. We're running the road course this time though, which is a change of pace from the oval Daytona, but the same old in terms of BRL and its road course dominant schedule. We want to appreciate everyone for tuning in. It's going to be an exciting race. Got big developments starting up with our chase contenders. Obviously, we saw what the points look like in our update. In the update show, we saw what the points look like. 1 point separates Michael, who is starting in kind of in the back of the field right here, starting 9th, and Little Abibi, who was unable to be present in this race, but has a sub in that 48 car and starting 10th. They're starting right around each other. So this is going to be huge. Keep an eye on this race and keep an eye on that battle. How is that going to turn out? Also, we're going to take a look at the drivers in the mix for the battle for the top 16. A lot of hot seats here that haven't been here in a while. What about Josh, who's starting 13th on the grid? What about Welp? Dang. 6545 finally complete. So what is that going to look like? These guys are about to take the starting grid. Let's get you up front. Zero Fran and the 38 of Snow Engineer on pole. Here we go. Getting ready to go green flag racing at Daytona at the road course for BRL. Green flags out. And already contact. Big contact. People in the grass, people everywhere, cars everywhere as we dive into the corners. It is a bumper car bump fest out here as they cut through the infield of the race. Whoa! Oh no! Yeah, I figured so. We're under caution. Our first caution on lap 1. We have 40 laps on tab today. Out of, we have 40 laps. We tried to complete lap number 1 of 40. Didn't necessarily work out the way I'm pretty sure many intended. But here we are under caution. So after that mayhem, let's see what our starting grid is, as pit road will be open this time by Ghost. This is huge for Ghost. He needs to be up front and have the opportunity to win this race. This is big for him when it comes to the points. He's sitting first place right now. Bibbly Bob sits second place. How about Enter Caesar in our number 42 car? He's sitting third place right now. Big for him in the points. Back in black, missed last week. He's back here at Daytona and trying to get things done, coming off of another league where they ran this very track. So he's looking to have that expertise with him. Michael sits 5th place. We know we talked to Michael last week and he wasn't too fond about coming here, but right now not too shabby as he survived the mayhem of lap number 1. Zero Fan is our blitz reporter for this race and he sits here in the 6th spot. Pit road is open this time by as we look. Snow Engineer in the 38. He got 1,000 feet from the start finish line, you know, or better. First DNF, the 38, started on pole and just from the very get-go did not have a good start. And he is not going to finish this race. And because he started on pole, this is a points inverted race, and so that means he was kind of near the back in terms of points, and this is really going to hurt him when trying to stay in that top 16 with so many drivers around him in that hot seat that have showed up today. So again, when we talk about the championship point standings, we have to pay attention to this battle. We're going to be paying attention to this battle all race long, and that is the battle between Michael right here in the 22 and the driver of the 48, which is set in 7th right now, who's subbing for Little Habibi. This is big because both of these guys are fighting for a championship. They're first in BRL, and both of these guys are sitting literally 1 point difference between these guys, with Habibi with the edge. So this is going to be very, very important a race for these two in the outcome here. Also, we got to keep an eye on Beloved sitting here in the 7th position, 6th position, as they're double file or double filing. We have to keep an eye on him as well, because Beloved is sitting right outside looking in, and can take advantage of any mistakes. No Habibi, how is this sub driver going to perform on the racetrack? Will he make a mistake that could end Habibi's race and potentially his chance for a championship? How close will Beloved be to taking advantage of that with a lot of cars on the track compared to last week when we ran at VIR? So there's a lot of pressure on Beloved as well to finish this race strong. We're going to see if he's going to be able to do that today throughout this race. And then, of course, we keep our eye on Ghost, because Ghost Train is probably under the most pressure of any of these drivers, being so far behind in the points. He can not afford to have any mistakes. He has to win these next 2 races, and he's going to have help. He's going to have these drivers that are outside of the points standings snatch away positions away from Habibi, away from Michael, or they're going to have Habibi and Michael DNF. And again, he's in this must-win scenario if he wants to try and capture back-to-back championships. So a lot is at store, a lot is at stake, a lot is in store in this race. We will talk periodically about the top 16 points battle as well. Now, don't think that any of these other drivers won't try and go for a win. Don't think that, because these guys understand that a win is going to help them for S4. Any of these drivers that are interested in trying to chase a championship in S4, they're going to have, they're going to want to try to win this thing as well. So this is going to help them in their homestead performance, and that's going to be important for them. For anyone that's watching my stream, how does it sound? You can message me, let me know how it sounds. Can you hear me? Is the sound okay? Or do I need to make a measure of an adjustment? Let me know, because I want to make sure to capture the racing. That's the whole point of me being up here. And I want to make sure nothing's messed up on my end. Let's see if we can get an interview real quick. Actually, we'll do that on we'll wait and see if things get spread out, or we'll do it on our next caution. Let's ride along with our Blitz reporter and Zero fan in the 17 as we prepare to go back green flag racing. And there are cars everywhere. We got a wreck in the back. Wreck in the back, wreck right here on the side, wreck, it just wrecks everywhere. Wreck in the back there. I don't think it's going to bring out the caution. 17 still riding along with him on the infield at Daytona. Dibbly Bob off track. right, well, we got through a lap. How about that, guys? We got through a lap at the Daytona Road Course. We know we had the caution on lap 1, and now we're back through. So let's go through our running order really quickly here and get up to speed as we pull up our map as well. Let's go through our running order. In first place, Ghost Train sitting first place, Zero Fan sitting second, third place, Enter Caesar. Fourth place is going to be Michael, our next chaser in the final 4. Bibbly Bob sits fifth. The 48 of a BB's sub, Manual Jaguar, sits sixth. Back in Black seventh. Hyundai 8th. Josh 9th. And your top 10, Welp Dane. Let's go back there to Welp Dane because there was a little bit of trouble there. As you see, a little squirrely Welp Dane running the 7 of 6545 Racing as Skitty Brave finally has his teammate. 11th is what we're running right now. Welp Dane, long absence. Many viewed him, especially myself, viewed him as a potential contender for a championship, and it just didn't work out that way this season, but it's nice to see him back out there on the racetrack and scoring points, but more importantly, having fun with the game as they go through the bus stop. Look at Skitty Brave trying to make the move as he kind of cuts just a little bit in that grass to make sure. Can't quite get past that number 31, or 51 rather, but is running hard. We got a driver stop in the bus stop. That's Back in Black in the 9. He's DNF'd. The 9 of Back in Black out of this race. That's going to throw the caution, our second caution of the night. The DNF for Back in Black. Yeah, easy to forget. There is a bus stop there. So if you're unfamiliar with BRL, for the BRL series, a caution is thrown for drivers that DNF out of the race. That's why even if it's a single car accident, if it results in a DNF for a car, it's going to automatically throw the caution. Pit road will be open this time by, and man, what carnage we have seen so far, which has been kind of the surprise story. We've gone to many of these tracks and it's just amazing. Tracks you wouldn't think, you know, we'd have that many wrecks, that many DNFs. We have quite a few. And then tracks where you go and you think this is going to be an absolute wreck fest. We don't necessarily have as many. It's just been amazing how that's worked out for BRL on S2 and here in Season 3 as well. So Zero has shown some speed early. We saw him be able to get ahead of the crowd and kind of break away with Ghost. So we're going to keep an eye on that as well. A potential surprise winner, as Zero's already a winner in the BRL series. Could he steal another one to have 2 wins? We'll have to keep an eye on that. While we're waiting under caution, pit road to be open, let's see if we can get an interview. First off, let's do Snow Engineer and let's do an interview with him and see exactly what happened in his accident that took him out. We have Snow Engineer with us, driver to number 38. Please be sure to include your audio as you come in. He's been released from the Infield Care Center. So, Snow, what happened, man? Lap 1 and DNF. What happened? Got you. Understandable. And that's kind of the thing about Blitz is, you know, without the qualifying and everything with the inverts at times, if you're not prepared, those drivers come rushing at you from behind and you're trying to play catch up. It can end in disaster, man. But this really puts you in a precarious position as far as points are concerned, being the last driver in the top 16 with so many hot seat drivers there. But what's your mentality? Do you think that you would be prepared to run next week? for the last race of the season. What are your feelings or thoughts about that? All right. Well, who you got to thank for being here? We wish you the best for next time. Who you got to thank? Well, all right, we'll let you go with that one, man. We enjoy having you here in the series, and we hope that next race will be a better race for you. All right, so here's my next question. Would you like to hop up here for a little while and broadcast with me? All right. So Snow is going to join us up here in the booth, so it's good to have him. Let's interview our next driver released from the Infield Care Center. Hopefully we can catch an interview with him before he decides to get off and continue on with his night. And this is a driver that entered into the night extremely confident in his abilities to perform well, having just come off of a race in another league at this very track, and it just didn't turn out the way he would have wanted, I'm sure. Let's see if he gets that opportunity as we have a driver stopped way in the back here. That's zero. Stopped in the back. I wonder what happened with him. Oh, so a little bit of foul play. Of course, we know, according to BRL rules, he will not get that spot back. So that kind of is the bad part about that one. But we will see what the officials decide to do out there, whether they will deem that as a race-related accident or whether they will afford him a spot back. So we shall see. In the meantime, I haven't been able to get up with Back in Black, but he was our next casualty. We saw him buried into the tire barrier, so that's unfortunate. But going green this time, what's your expectation for the drivers out here on the racetrack and being a part of the racing, even as brief as it was? What is your expectation of these restarts? All right, and it's really going to put these chasers to the test as we get ready to restart out here on the racetrack. And so let's go through our running order real quick. Just ignore the chat. I'm testing the chat to see if it works the way it's supposed to, and it does. Okay. So anyway, let's go through our running order really quickly. Things are starting to spicing up with Ghost Train on first place. Michael sitting second. Bibbly Bob hanging in there. He's third. Hyundai fourth. Big run for him, and this is extremely important for him in the points. And then fifth place, Skitty Brave. Top five. Our Blitz reporter is a little bit further back as well. Who's the 31? That's Josh. That's right. Josh is the 31. Okay. My bad. Let's do this. Let's ride along with Beloved. He's sitting 7th, and he is a chaser. And we're going to get a chance to ride along with him on this restart. Should be fun. Approaching the start finish line with no back in black. There shouldn't be any penalties as far as restarts are concerned, so we can rest, officials can rest on that. Green flag's back in the air. We're back racing at Daytona Road Course. Look at that 4 wide action there for a minute, headed into turn 1, then headed into turn 2, 4 wide again. Look at the 7-way off course there. If you're a chaser, you are, contact with the 48. Tires smoke up ahead as they make the sharp right-hander. More contact as Jaguars trapped in traffic right now. Woozy, Evie, Welp Dang, and the 2 pink cars right there as well. Back here, Beloved just trying to get away from everything, play it safe. So hard to do when you're going 3 and 4 wide. We got a wreck up ahead. That's Skinny Brave, who was up in the field. He's off track, probably with a little bit of assistance. It's so hard with these braking zone snow to not to run over everybody when you're stacked up like this. Yeah, these drivers are feeling. We got a car that looks like inner seat. Yeah, that looked like inner seizure that it went off like that a little bit into the bus stop. I mean, Beloved's just coasting through. He's trying to make sure, please don't hit me, don't touch my car. Just let me get through this lap. Let's break away a little bit. I want my car to look good, and more importantly, I want that engine not to be 100%. As he makes it through and the field starts to spread out some. So let's go back up front. Ghost Train leading ever so valuable laps right now. The bad part about it is now he's got to hold off Michael, and that, where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Michael in the 22, Bibbly Bob, really has to hold off Michael though. So with Michael sitting 2nd right now, Ghost is not happy. Ghost is not a happy camper. He does not want to see Michael in his rear view, because that means that he's not going to be able to really gain ground on Michael in the points. So this is really, really a big deal. Ghost, has the hope that Michael continues to do things like that, what he did just then. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Let's pull up our map and get a good look at where everybody is now. I want to flick over to Michael real quick, because we just saw Michael go off track just a little bit, but what we saw at VIR last week was Michael really make a lot of big mistakes that really kept him out of victory lane. What do you think Michael, or how do you think Michael is feeling right now as he goes around this road course? We got trouble. Hyundai. And that 5 car in the wall. He's got damage. No engine damage, but he's got steering. He's got some drive line. He's probably going to take that thing to pit road to keep from going any further and having an accident. Let's get you back up to the battles. Battle for 5th. Oh, battle for 4th, battle for 3rd. Huge pack here, almost 3 wide action. Inner Caesar in the middle of this, along with our Blitz reporter in the 17. and Bibbly Bob holding them both up. And there's one of our chase contenders in the 48. So a 4-car battle here, but keep an eye on the 48. I'm gonna say the 48 of Habibi because that's just, he's got a sub, he might as well be there. Habibi, oh, Bibbly Bob off course. Again, we saw this earlier in the race, Zero. Yeah, I meant snow. I didn't mean zero. I apologize for that. But they must think that they are lawnmowers out there because they are just tearing up the dirt. So now they're starting to spread out a little bit. But interestingly enough, let's pay attention to how they take this bus stop because it's been getting people in trouble. So here is the 48. Diving inside is Bibbly Bob. Didn't quite get slowed down in time. That forces them both off the track, and the 48 pays the price. No damage, but that is going to hurt in terms of time. Wow, what do you make of that? Well, that's what I was talking about. That was the accident, yeah. Well, now it's just a 2-car battle right now. Biggest battle that's going on the racetrack. When you look at where they are compared to the leader's exiting this little corner here. They are just entering. So for these guys, big deal. Zero fan down the third. Michael holding his position there. You can also see the lead changes up top on the ticker as we have a caution. Caution on the racetrack. Michael was off track. That's interesting. Caution on the racetrack. Let's see if there's a DNF. Let's pay close attention to our ticker. And a good drift too. We're going to see if there is a DNF of some sort on the racetrack. Woozy Emu has DNF and is going to bring out our 4th caution of the day. So, or 3rd, should be 3rd. So it's been really eventful racing. We want to thank everyone for joining us tonight for the BRL Championship Round 140 here at Daytona. 40 laps of racing with a 10-lap overtime possible. And with the way things are going right now, probable, I would say, for the overtime. Let's take a look at our top 5 so far. In Ghost Train so far first, Michael sitting second, Zero third, Bibbly Bob fourth, Josh fifth. Let's dial up our Blitz reporter in the 17 and see how his race is going so far. And hey, Jazz, we'll get you Woozy in a second. We'll get you a interview. And there is Zero Fan in the 17. Be sure to include your audio. Yep. So, well, we have seen a lot of action. Fill us in on what in the world is going on out there on the racetrack.
Man, I don't know. I just want to say first and foremost, I have a very fast Harris Ford Mustang here today. But on the first lap, we took the lead going into turn 1, and then we just got sent from miles back. But it's all right because that guy's out of the race. But everything's just been crazy. I've just been trying to struggle. I've been struggling a little bit trying to get my braking points correct. But other than that, I think we're having a really good race right now. It's just been very chaotic in the back. So as long as if I can keep myself out of the back, I think I should be fine to be able to win this race.
Yeah, now, what do you think the temperament's going to be for the remainder of the race? Obviously, you're sitting third, so I'm sure for you, is track position going to be a good priority for you? Obviously, now we see you pitting. Or are you going to be trying to work the strategy? Do you think we'll get a green?
I think we have a really fast Ford Mustang under green, so I don't really think track position is going to be really key until maybe 10-15 to go. But we're obviously not there yet, so we're just trying to focus on getting our long run speed down and then get ready for the short runs. I think we can do it tonight.
All right. Well, we'll definitely throughout the race be spotlighting you. Maybe we'll get another opportunity to dial you up throughout the race, man. And more importantly, we wish you the best. We do not want to see that number 17 with a 100% engine. So let's keep the tires under it and have a good race, man. Put on a good show.
Thanks, man. And I want to thank Eris, Monster Energy, and Goodyear and everybody else that helped that Laggy Motorsports to make this great 17 hot rod today. It's a great honor to be in the race control area thing, whatever this is called. But I'm really have a lot of gratitude right now. I'm really excited to see how this race folds out. Thank you, though.
Yep. All right. All right. Well, that's been the 17-0 looking good, and we'll ride along with him on this next restart. We spotlighted on him. Well, actually, we've already rode along with him, I believe, once already. No. Well, we'll stay right here. We're here. Okay, well, let me fill you in on what he said. Basically, he said he feels that his Aries Ford is really fast, and he feels he can go get him. Track position not really important right now, but he feels it'll be important with about 15 to go in the race. So right now, he's trying to gain long run speed, then prepare for the short runs. And he wanted to thank everyone on board, and what an honor it was for him to be a part of the BRL Blitz Report as Bibbly Bob decides to run off track? Okay. Oh no, and Bibbly Bob, I don't know what happened to Bibbly Bob, but he did have to under caution. And I'm pretty sure the officials are on top of it. Sometimes special circumstances and you have to step away as an emergency, and then all of a sudden you end up tore up. But definitely 100% engine there on the screen. I don't know what happened there. Maybe his controller died or something like that. And if so, that's very unfortunate. Maybe so. That's definitely unfortunate. We'll see what the call is from the officials as to what they're going to do to handle that. He's very much off course, so he's not an interference to the race. And if he decides to try to get it going again and get to pit road, we'll see how that interferes or plays a part in the racing. So everyone's going to have to be on tabs to pay close attention to where he is on the racetrack in conjunction with where they are, so that they don't get caught up in an accident. All right, so we've had pit stops so far. Let's run through our running order real quick. Josh is on the front row along with Michael. Now this is going to be very, very interesting when we look at the rest of the grid. Michael's sitting second, but let's pay attention. Skitty Brave third, Hyundai fourth, and then Ghost Train is fifth or sixth, depending on how you look at it, as they joshy back and forth under pace. So that's a big deal. Now Ghost has got work to do to try to get through the field. So we'll have to pay close attention to how this progresses. Top 5 Zero fans going to sit fifth, sixth. Okay. While he takes care of business, we'll take a look at this restart from the angle of the 17 of 0. Our Blitz reporter, as we prepare to go green flag racing. Green flag racing, and here we go, back under green. Josh up to third, excuse me, Zero up to third. Ghost Train fourth on the grid right now. And Michael trying to run away with things. There's the 17 of Michael in third. Here we go, down into the bus stop. Ghost overshot just a little bit. He's gonna plow through the grass. Through the bus stop they go. He lost time as the 48 of a BB gets around. Now he's fourth, and that drops Ghost Train to fifth. That's not a good position to be in right now, but still early in the race, still a lot of time. Ghost Train trying to battle back side by side just a little bit through there. Wait a minute. I don't see the 4. Okay, the 48 did clear it in position. I thought I saw a little bit of grass. I thought I saw him disappear just a little bit, but look at this. Now, if they can get a green flag run, then we get a chance to see who has the speed and who's going to be able to get what. I think getting her into a rhythm is going to be important, and I think that's what happened with Ghost is that early in the race, the 48 drives it off the track. And I think that was going to, or that brings me to what I was just about to say. Ghost Train got a chance as the leader to get into a little rhythm, not have cars around him that everyone's chasing him. And I think that because of that, he was able to hit his marks and be successful in in hitting his marks and being solid, laying down a good time. But not only did he pit and put on fresh tires, but now he's in traffic. The 48 again loses a little bit of traction there. He is really struggling through that bus stop. Let's slide back over. Fourth place, third place, Hyundai. This is only his second start in BRL, but each time he has started, he's been really competitive on the racetrack, and here he is preparing to try and make a move on the racetrack on Zero. And that means he could very well be a threat. Ghost struggling just a little bit. He's struggling a little bit more than we're used to seeing him struggle. And I have to say the difficulty level in BRL this season compared to last season and the season before has definitely increased. And you can tell it because, we got an accident. I saw a car sideways back there. Let's see if we can get a glimpse on what's going on. Look at the 48 of a BB. This is not good for him in terms of his competition with Michael, considering Michael is the leader, as him and Welp Dang battling. And that is interesting as he puts Welp Dang into the wall. And we'll see how Welp Dang responds to that. And so for the 48 has to be careful what enemies he makes out there, because he's driving for a chase contender. Some of these guys out here are racing with nothing to lose, so you really got to be careful as the 7 makes the move to get that position back. Let's get back up front with this battle between Hyundai and Zero. This is a big battle. Zero, no, go ahead. Hyundai really showing some speed on zero. We're gonna see how this speed, if it translates to him getting a win or stealing more positions away. And for Ghost Train, that's not what he wanted to see, is someone like, you know, Hyundai, someone who's not raced much, having this speed. Now you've got to learn their racing style and what makes them tick, and at the same time you got to try to figure out a way around these guys to catch Michael. And you know, this is just, you're not gaining points. Now you are gaining right now on Habibi. As we look up top at our ticker, and Habibi is kind of lost in the fold here, running 10th. So you're definitely gaining on Habibi, but you're gaining nothing on Michael. So this is really big. If you're Ghost, is going to have to get in that rhythm and hunt these guys down. So we'll see if experience, that championship pedigree, can overcome what's going on with both Hyundai and Zero. Just look at this battle for 5th. Inert Caesar, Skinny Brave. Oh, side by side. Look at Skinny Brave try to take that position. He does, away from Inert Caesar. Skinny to 5th. Oh man, but it blew that corner, and that opened the door for Inert Caesar, but it didn't look like Caesar got off clean off that corner. So Nate's got to set up for the next corner. Caesar on the flat here, and then back up to the wall to prepare, and Skitty straight through the grass there. Oh, Hyundai, I did not see that. Into the wall. Let's assess his damage. No major damage there, but just interesting. And what does that do for Ghost Train? Ever so closer to the front here. 1 down, 2 to go. Boy, I mean, you take a look at the leader. He has kind of begun to set sail here at 22. Looking really good, really in rhythm here. Yeah, on board right now with Skitty Brave. Trying to catch Inert Caesar for 4th. These two have been battling almost since the drop of the green flag in this past restart. They've just been inseparable. And then behind him, Hyundai, I'm pretty sure, really disappointed at that mistake. Not going to make another one. Going to try to catch him. Oh, Inert Caesar. So what you begin to notice is, I'm pretty sure many hardcore race fans out there are saying, wait a minute, they're cutting the corners. Isn't that a penalty? In BRL, there are certain tracks where corner cutting is allowed. This, my friend, is one of those tracks. So what they're doing is completely legal. But they are also know, and it's clearly stated in the BRL rules, they are completely responsible for any of the action. Look at Skitty Brave dive down there. Any of the consequences that come along with them cutting the course. So if they cut the course and as a result wreck, Inert Caesar off track. and then Hyundai tried to take advantage. He got into him. Now it's a side-by-side battle for 5th. I'd say Inner Caesar is really roasting those tires. We got a driver in pit road here. That's Josh not having the kind of run that he probably wanted to right now as he takes it down pit road. Unscheduled pit stop, I'm sure. He's the last scored as the last car on the grid. And still a lot of time to go. This is, we still have, we still have 20 laps to go. So there's still a lot of racing to go before it's time to pan. So we'll see what other mistakes drivers make and if he can capitalize. On board Hyundai right now. Let's check in with our blitz reporter really quickly. And Zero riding second place. He is showing some speed right now. And this is big. I mean, I think this is for Ghost Train. This is the ace in the hole. You think about it. If he can catch Michael, then this could turn into a battle for him, between him and Michael. And if it turns into a battle and something happens, forcing Michael to make mistakes, maybe overdrive corners, things of that nature, then all of a sudden Ghost Train can capitalize on their side-by-side racing and go out there and try and steal. So let's keep a close eye on this battle. Well, while he is the 48 in the pit road, yeah, he comes out behind the 31 of Josh. Scored as the last car on the grid with the leaders bearing down on them. So we'll keep an eye on this possible lap traffic. Michael, while he was competitive, made a lot of mistakes, which allowed Habibi to score a win. So let's go through the field, brought to you by BRL, and let's start with our leader in the 22. Really looking good right now. And again, we were talking about the mistakes that he made at VIR, and they were not good mistakes. Well, no mistake is a good mistake, and it cost him a win, I'm sure he felt. I know he felt he had the car to win, but he just, because of the mistakes, he just couldn't reel Habibi in time. Now he's getting an opportunity. Two things fell into his lap. Number one, Habibi is not present. Number two is because Habibi's not present and he's in the lead, he has no pressure from behind right now. And he's really playing with house money. So with this opportunity, we see him in the lead, taking advantage of the opportunities that's being presented, taking advantage of being up front and leading these laps, potentially getting most laps led, earning all the points he can, knowing that his competition is not relevant. Now the question, can he keep this up for the entire race? And is this going to propel him to a championship? Can he take this and win a championship? So we're keeping an eye on him. Rookie, first season, trying to hunt for his first championship. We'll see if he can make that happen. Good point. So that's something we saw at VIR too, him stretch the fuel. So potentially these pit stops are actually legit green flag pit stops. We know the green flag pit stops are coming up soon. So those that pitted under the last caution actually may have made a good move compared to those that stayed out. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's continue to go through the field. We'll see if he decides to pit. We'll keep an eye on that as he tries to get around lap traffic. Let's go to our second place driver in Ghost Train. Ghost Train looking good right now. And one thing about Ghost Train is he's quietly picked up the pace. You know, he had a pretty decent run at VIR, though extremely frustrated he was at the outcome and how he ran overall. He still got a really good finish. All is not lost, but this is such an important race. Ghost Train's going to have to figure out a way to get that car to victory lane for 484. Can he do it? Everyone is looking at our defending champion and asking that question. Can he do it? So let's see if he can get that done. Sitting second right now. So he's going to surrender the lead by darting to pit road. Ghost Train is going to stay out. And that means he's going to surrender the lead back to Ghost Train, which is important. Now Ghost Train's going to have to run. For all he knows, he's going to have to go. Let's talk about second place now driver in Ennard Caesar. And many expected Ennard Caesar to come in from the start of BRL and be a force to be reckoned with against Habibi. That did not happen, but it's nice to have him back in BRL for the time that is remaining. A good, honest, and fair driver, likes to run clean, and is competitive in speed with Ghost Train, with Habibi, and with others. So we've seen him running at a really good rookie campaign last season, and here we see flashes of him again in some races, getting the opportunity, and now because of the DNF of the 38, getting the opportunity to possibly snatch a position away in the top 16. So scoring points is going to be huge for him. He's sitting in second place right now, looking pretty good. Yes, he is going to run away from Ennard Caesar just a little bit here. Let's move on. Third place, the 46 of Skitty Brave. And again, this was supposed to be a season. Each season we think, okay, this is the season Skitty Brave is going to take the next step. This is the season that Skitty Brave is going to compete up front with Habibi, up front with Michael, up front with Ghost. And we've seen flashes throughout the season of this, but it's not been consistent. And he's had to deal with his teammate in Welpdang for whatever circumstances he has, and we're not judging him, but of course not having the circumstances to race. And so as a result of that, it's kind of left him by himself. He hasn't requested another teammate. He hasn't spoke poorly of Welpdang. He's gone out there and handled his business, but unable to make it to the Final Four yet again. So now he's trying to set up for S4. What is he going to be able to accomplish? All of these runs where he's getting these top threes is giving him confidence for next season. Could next season be the season? A lot will depend on what he's able to do here as they try to get around lap traffic up ahead. Quite possibly, and you hear him saving that fuel, not running aggressively. Let's talk about the 17. You know, one thing about Zero is he came in and he has definitely proven the competition wrong. He's come in, he's been really competitive, he's been cooperative when it comes to the officials, when it comes to the rules, and he's gone out and already got him a win. So when it comes next season, he'll be one of those drivers starting up front at Homestead for the qualifying race. Really? Let's pause and go up front. Ennard Caesar takes the lead, so what happened to Ghost? Look at Inner Caesar. So now let's see how Ghost Train responds to that. That's almost a slap in the face, if you will. Wow. And again, Inner Caesar has had some speed, especially in the oval part of the road course. But in the infield, coming off of these low and flat corners, Ghost Train definitely has the edge. So here's the question I have. Obviously, Ghost is noticing that people like Inner Caesar, and I'm sure others, are cutting that bus stop to pieces. Ghost Train, however, did not. When is Ghost Train going to make the adjustment for the sake of his race and begin to try to cut those corners as well? I think it's going to be really important for him to start trying to do that now, because if not, later on in the race, that could definitely be his Achilles heel. So we'll keep an eye and see if Ghost Train is willing to make that adjustment and try to continue to gain some speed and get that lead back. Because as long as Inner Caesar's up there, is taking away laps where Ghost Train could potentially get most laps led. He needs all the bonus points he can get. So right now, hunting down Inner Caesar, reclaiming the lead, and staying out as long as possible should be on Ghost Train's mind. We'll see what happens here in the next few laps. All right, so here is something. Michael now hunting down Zero. And again, when everything cycles through, it could definitely be a situation where this could be the battle for the lead. So we'll have to keep an eye on this battle as things come along. Let's check on our hot seat drivers here, running 6, Hyundai. And really at this point, in dire need of a caution. All these drivers kind of strung out right now. Don't think cautions can't happen. There's plenty enough cars and plenty enough walls on the racetrack for something crazy to happen to bunch this field back up. But right now, Hyundai taking his time getting through the track. Obviously, a hot seat driver is not running a while. These points are valuable, so he definitely needs to finish. And he could take a tremendous leap through the points and actually be in the top 16 for the final race, potentially, for the final race of the season. So how about that? Headed into Mugello, where he could once again have a chance to run. Now, not only is he earning points, regular points, personal points, he's also earning team points. So all these hot seat drivers earning team points and could potentially earn their spot in the team points battle that will be after Mugello. So valuable points being made. So driver 46, that's Skitty Brave. Well, dang, so nice to have him back in the league right now. And He's running 7th place, but if he can just hang in there, things are gonna be all right for him. I think he needs to continue to hang in there and hopefully be able to gain a little bit of traction, a little bit of momentum for potentially a start next season. We'll see how he does. All right, so now we got some action here as these drivers try to get around lap drivers and battle amongst themselves. Take a look at this hornet's nest of a battle right here with Ghost Train, the 22 of Michael, the 42 of Entered Caesar, all of this for position. We've got a caution. Caution out on the racetrack. Take a look at that ticker up there. Let's make sure what we got on the racetrack. This is huge, huge news. Josh gone in the 31, or no, Josh was running, no, Josh was the 5. If I'm correct, Josh was the 5, correct? Or is it Hyundai that's the 5? No, I think Hyundai's the 5, so Josh was the 31. Yeah. The 31 DNF, and this is a caution that everybody was hoping for right here. Boy, oh boy. So now let's ask this question. If you're out there on the racetrack, you've already pitted, what do? Do you pit one more time, top it off, make sure you have the freshest tires, or do you stay out on what you have and then try to stretch things along? All right. We'll see. So far we've lost 5 drivers to accidents. We are on lap 28, really 27, 28 of 41. So we are a little over halfway. Pit road will be open this time. We'll also see who gets their lap back. Everybody is kind of together now. After pit stops, we'll check on our chase drivers. So let's see what is going to happen. Pit road's open. Ghost Train giving the showing like he's going to dive it down. And he's coming to pit road. Ghost Train to pit road. Zero to pit road. Michael to pit road. Hyundai to pit road. Everyone coming down. So let's see who we got remaining on the track. How about this? Entered Caesar remaining out there on the racetrack. He's going to take over the lead. Skitty Brave second. That's it. So let's look at this situation here, the fuel situation. 97% fresh tires. Will that 3% matter? That's going to be the question. Look at Beloved. Now this is what was needed from Beloved car. Now the only question, what's Beloved look like? 87.9. So Don't get me to doing math, but he might be just a touch short in terms of, you know, his fuel strategy, but and everything. But I'm pretty sure he's banking on the fact of having some late race cautions, and he's going to get the opportunity to pit again. But for Beloved, this is exactly what you need. So let's go through real quick and take a look at our top 5, and then we'll take a look at our chase contenders. As this is our double up lap, we prepare to go green. Caesar is on the front row right here with Skitty Brave. These two have been reasonably fast compared to our fastest drivers in the league and leaders. Beloved car in third, well needed. Ghost Train, that door of hope has opened back up with this caution. As you look at who he has ahead, he might be able to steal, take an advantage and steal some positions, get back up to the lead. He's 4-0. He's been fast and become very quickly one of the favorites. He is our blitz reporter. He is in the top 5. Let's take a look. Third place, our highest chase contender right now, Beloved, sitting third. Ghost Train in that 4th position, sitting there, gonna line up beside. And then you take a look at Michael sitting 6th. And then our points leader in the Habibi in the 48. He is our last on the grid, but this does not at all mean that he's out of it, obviously, with that caution. And so, here we go. That's true, but you know, Dubai was a race that was unfamiliar. I'm pretty sure those in the BRL series. This track is very familiar to many, and while I know that we've had DNFs throughout this race, I don't think we're going to have the magnitude that we had before. Now, I could be wrong. Obviously, we've gone from 15-9 or 14-9, so it is quite possible, but still I have a lot of faith in these guys that we won't have too many more fatal accidents that are going to take drivers out. But like I said, I could be wrong. Let's see how these things turn out. When they take the flag, it'll be 11 to go in the race. 11 more laps, but this is pretty big a road course, so still a lot of racing left. Expect things to kind of heat up just a little bit. Front row preparing to take the green flag once again for BRL. And we're back racing through the gears they go and barreling down into turn 1. And I see Sparks look at Zero trying to take effect. He's trying to gain those positions. 84 side by side. The leaders side by side up ahead. Beloved starting to drift through the field. Look at Ghost Train battling hard, but he can't overdrive that corner. Has to be careful. On the other hand, those with the fresh tires could be a big deal for them. Look at the 48 of Abibi with Manuel subbing for him, taking advantage of this opportunity with this caution. He's trying to come up through the field. He's sitting 5th, first top 5 since we've been out here. Ghost Train in the dirt a little bit. In the meantime, Zero has taken the lead, and that's not what Ghost wanted to see. He's going to have to act quickly if he is going to be able to catch that 17, who has been legitimately fast all race long. Up onto the banking, NASCAR 2 and 3. Headed to the back stretch and into the bus stop chicane. Now, will Ghost cut? We know that the 42 will give an attempt. That's going to create some side-by-side. Could we see a wreck? Into the infield they go. There you see the tire marks. Yes, Ghost does cut just a little bit. That forces Skitty Brave out. Contact and yet another position. The 48 moves up to fourth. 484, third and fourth on the grid. In the meantime, up front we go. Pulling up the map here. The 17 of 0 takes this lap lead and comes down into turn number 1, leading the field in our first lap on the restart. And some overdriving going on. As you see the smoke behind us. Back on board Ghost Train. Ghost Train able to sneak up to third. Entered Caesar is the only thing standing in his way. He gets a good run. Entered Caesar makes a mistake. Gonna try to chop the nose off now. This is the battle for second place. In the infield, preparing to make the sharp right hand. Ghost trying to set him up. Entered Caesar not been good at getting off the corners. Now coming back up on the NASCAR 2 and 3. In the meantime, Zero's loving this battle because he's like, bye-bye, see you later, I am pulling away. And for Ghost, this sucks. Even though it's his teammate, the 48, he needs to have position. He was glad that the 48 was back in the pack. Now the 48 dives on the inside and takes the position away. Habibi sits up to third place. And now if you're Michael, he's up again. Up to third place, Michael to fourth. And if you're Michael, just when you thought you had this thing in the bag, here comes the 48 of Manuel Jaguar. What a performance so far. Doing what a sub's supposed to do. Go out there and continue to battle. Out wide though. Dived it on the inside. He loses 2 positions because of that move. Down he goes. Now he's battling with Skitty Brave. In the grass. Rams the 22 out of the way. And a lot of that will kind of be looked at. We'll have to look at some of that. Yeah. We understand time is winding down, but you know, as now he's bullying the 84 of Ghost and Skitty Brave. Man, and from Michael, what a game changer that is. And I'm sure he's not happy with that 48. He wasn't happy when Habibi was racing, and he sure enough ain't happy now with Manuel Jaguar. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that, as that is chase implications big time as they cut through that corner. And of course for Ghost, he's not happy either. Ghost Train needed to take advantage of this opportunity as Jaguar makes another pass, this time on Skitty Brave. Back up to third is the 48, and now he is the top chase contender on the grid. Look at Hyundai, look at him resurface in the 5, running 5th. Ghost Train trying to make a move. Ghost Train really gets a good run through the infield. It's coming on the back stretch that's really been the Achilles heel for the 84, side by side with the 46. On board the 5. Really serious battle. Ghost makes a mistake. Off the track goes Ghost. Off the track is a 5. Off the track is a 46. Ghost Train picks up 2 positions. Then he goes off the track. Skitty Brave powering around on the outside, and that drops Hyundai back down to 6th. what great racing we are seeing so far, but one thing remains the same. Our leader is Zero Fan, and he is pulling away. Oh, we see him kind of out of shape there, so he's going to have to be careful. He doesn't want to make a mistake while he's leading and in his race. I can tell you from experience, that's not fun. Back to this battle here. Chase implications is why we're focusing on this battle so much here with Ghost Train and then the 48, both in this mix. Now, Michael had to make an unscheduled pit stop because of damage. However, could that have been a blessing in disguise with the fuel situation? Skitty Brave working the rear end of the 84. They're off course. Skitty Brave into the wall. A little bit of damage. These guys are fighting for all they know. Inner Caesar now kind of broken away just a little bit. Let's go down. Manual Jaguar. That's Habibi running third again. Highest chase finisher at this point. Think about what it does to the points. That 1 point gap has now increased significantly. So it just seems like Ghost can't win for losing. He had gapped the field, was earning points on Habibi, but Michael was running away. Now the thing is flip-flop. Now Habibi's running away, and Michael's back in the pack. But trying to earn them points. Ghost Train back up to fourth. And don't think it can't happen with how these guys are racing. It can definitely happen. And here's another question. When he gets back up to the 48, how is he going to race him? That's going to be another key thing. Because of what happened earlier, Ghost Train may have a flare of aggression there, and as a result, the 48 may pay the price. But you know, honestly, when you think about it, can you blame him? I certainly can't. Hyundai holding on to a solid top 5 finish, looking really good. Oh, we got a driver stopped on the track. That's Beloved. Beloved in the tire barrier. Beloved's DNF'd. Beloved car DNF, and that is going to bring out the caution. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Huge chase implications as he was a chaser. Yeah, there you go. Caution's out right there. So, man, oh man. We saw some intense racing, but you know what, guys? We hadn't seen nothing yet. Just wait till we get ready to restart here. With so few laps to go, we know that pit road's going to more than likely be open this time by. And then next time they're going to go racing. Take a look at those laps. We go racing 37 out of 40. So few laps, or 41 I should say. So few laps to go. Let's see if we can dial in our Blitz reporter. Hey Zero, welcome back to the welcome back to Sam Cook in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy. What's up?
Bang, you in the lead, man. That car, you wasn't lying. It looks really, really strong. How you feeling right now?
Well, there's two things. I just don't. I'm really upset, and there's also like the point where I'm actually, I'm okay, but I'm upset that they're like cutting in the bus stop, and that's just like really killing my time. I gain so much on them, and then they just cut the bus stop, and then they gain all the time back. And I just don't want to be that guy and just start cutting the bus stop. But other than that, we've had a really fast Aris Ford Mustang today. I'm really proud of everybody at Laggy Motorsports and the 17 crew for building me a great Mustang today. Hopefully trying to go undefeated in this car. So we're trying to hold on for these last 5 or 6 laps and hopefully come home with the dub.
Yeah, this will be 2 wins for you if you're able to hang on and win. But we've seen a lot of action, especially with chase contenders. So which one of those chase contenders do you have your eye on the most? The 48 has seemed to have a big resurgence. We know that Ghost Train can still be in the mix. We just saw Beloved DNF, so what's your take on that? What's going on? And then, of course, Michael is out there as well.
I think my biggest stat right now is the 48 is just, me and him are buddies and stuff, but he really wants to win. This is his first race back in a long time. So I'd be happy to see him win, but I'd also like to see our car in victory lane. I think our car has been worthy to be in victory lane tonight. But other than that, I think Slay's also another big one until everybody started cutting the chicane. But yeah, I just want to put big emphasis on that. Like, me and Slay are the fastest cars on track if there is no cutting that chicane. So just for future reference. Other than that, I'm really proud of this team. Like I said, I'm proud of everybody. I'd like to see me or Jaguar win. That'd be pretty cool. I'm just really confident. I'm really excited to be in this moment right now, leading this late in the race.
Yeah, well, we wish you the best, and just keep this in mind. There are tracks in BRL where we allow the corner cutting. This is one of those tracks. So, you know, no one's doing anything that's not been allowed by BRL. And, you know, we have, in a lot of situations compared to other leagues, we have some lax rules when it comes to on-track performances. We just let everyone know they're responsible for their actions. If you choose to go off track, then you're responsible when you come back on track. Yeah, whatever happens, you're going to be held accountable. But yeah, we wish you the best. We'll keep an eye on you, man. Super fast out there. We'll see how these restarts go.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Sam. Appreciate it. Have a great night. Look, see you soon.
All right, so that was Zero in the 17, who said he has a really fast car and really hopes to be able to bring that thing to victory lane. However, if there's anyone he's got his eye on, it's going to be that 48. So this is big. We're going to keep our eye on Zero. He is our blitz reporter, but our main focus right now is going to be with our chase contenders. So let's take a look. Only 2 drivers took to pit road. Fuel is not going to necessarily be an issue, I don't think, unless we have a late overtime run. I don't think, well, I think it's possible, but I don't think it's going to happen. Let's look. 48 is our highest chase contender. He's going to be starting 3rd. Beside him is his teammate at 484 in Ghost Train, who just hasn't shown the speed on the oval part of the track, and on this back part hasn't necessarily shown the speed. So we'll see if he's able to learn anything in these next couple races to take advantage. 6th place going to be Michael, our last chase contender. We know the beloved DNF. We're not going to invite him right now. We know he's still an official out there on the track, so we're not going to invite him, but I'm pretty sure also he's extremely disappointed. Yeah. So is Welp Dang. All right, so Snow, who you got your money on right now? Yep, something like that. Get it to lap 37 out of 41. White flag on 40. And so here we go. 17-22, bringing us back to the restart. And we are back green and BRL at Daytona at the road course. It all comes down to this. Look at Welpdane. Excellent start. He's going to force it 3 wide on the outside. Down into turn 1 they go. Down, sweeping into turn 2. Ghost getting a little contact from behind. In the meantime, Entered Caesar gets a little loose. Ghost going to cut that mark and come back onto the racetrack. Make contact with a 48. They're all pushing and shoving, especially these chase contenders as the 7 is riding him in through the double corner. Left right-hander now approaching through the little kink in the left hand, and then the sharp right-hand corner. Ghost Train cycles to 6th. And look at Michael. We talked about him. Look at that resurgence. My goodness, back up to 2nd place. He goes highest chase finisher right now. We know he had a strong car earlier on in the race. The question is, can he hang on and get back up to the front? Zero, however, starting to gap the field once again. And don't look now, is snatching away most laps led. Into the bus stop they go. Will everyone make it? Cutting through the right-hand side. Look at Skitty Brave. Take a big lump out of that first corner. Comes through the second one. Trying to gain that speed back. He's right there on the tail of Michael in the 22 as the laps continue to count down. We're approaching 4 to go. Oh, okay. I was like, oh, he went flying out of my screen. I was like, uh-oh, brake failure. Look at Ghost Train dropping all the way back down to 7th. Not what he needed. Not a good. I know he's not happy. I can tell you that right now. He's not a happy camper, but there's still time. Ghost Train has to figure out a way to get past. He's got to reach in and pull out the heart of a champion. This could be it for his championship hopes if he can't find a way to get it done. Ahead of him, his teammate, real big hit as he's back down to 6th place. He's going to have to figure out a way to get back up there. Let's go back up. Entered Caesar was able to rebound. He's back up to 4th as he gets around Hyundai. Now he's going to try to work on Skitty Brave. But in the meantime, we take a look at the run of a lifetime right now. Michael up top, up to 2nd. Now he's battling for the race lead. Going down, trying to set him up for the bus stop. On the back straightaway they go. Coming down to the bus stop. Here we go. We know there might be a corner slice. Not that big on this time. Really taking care of the bus stop. He dives on the inside. 22 to the race lead. And we got a wreck. Wreck on the track in the bus stop. Skitty Brave, Welpdane involved. There is damage. Ghost Train possibly involved. Yes, he was. He's got damage. Big situation here. Question, will it bring out a caution? That is 3 cars involved in that wreck. Will that bring out? Yes, it will. Caution flag flies. We're going in overtime. Woo! And after all of that, 22 race lead. Wow, so we had a lot of, well, I guarantee you this, what probably ended up happening was he was in a tight battle, went in there, 46 was, and was not prepared for that bus stop, hit the e-brake to keep from DNFing the car, and probably bounced off into other drivers. So, so let's break this thing down. Michael has found his way back up to the lead, fighting for the championship, highest points contender, more importantly, still in the hunt for most laps led. Next, all the way down in 5th would be the 48 of Habibi. Not the type of run we're used to seeing from him. Why? Because he's got a sub, and his sub is sitting 5th, well behind. So it's really going to have an effect on the points, considering only 1 point separates these guys, and the 48 has not led a lap. And then on further back, Ghost Train that was just involved in that wreck, I'm pretty sure his heart failed. His heart stopped beating when he was involved in that wreck, hoping that it wasn't a DNF. He's okay. Pit stops, get it fixed. We're going into overtime. So the rules for overtime, once they line up, it is green, white, checkered. If the leader can take the white flag before the caution is called, no more cautions. You know, I knew we would have an overtime finish. So now the question is, how many of these overtimes are we going to have? It's infinite overtime for BRL. Infinite being until we exhaust all our laps. I wanted to do an infinite overtime, but I also like having replays. You know, so yeah, imagine these drivers trying to finish 100 laps simply to get a replay. That's kind of they're probably not going to do that. So we had to be reasonable about it, but that's the theory behind infinite overtime. Whew. What a run we have had so far. What a great, whoa! Well. Beloved, because you are an official and I am out up here in the booth, I'd rather have at least 2 of my officials out there on the track, especially now. You can imagine what kind of foul play we would have. So if you can't help Ghost out there, being, you know, officiating the race, that would be great, and much appreciated. No, beloved car is in the chat. Yeah, man, late night, man. We're headed into overtime. Look at the guess game, almost missed it. Yeah, Frosty, we headed into overtime, man. It's been one interesting race here at the end. All right, so now what should happen is they should go around one more time, pit road being closed, and that will bring us into our overtime. But what could possibly happen? The officials could decide to double foul and go green on 41. Either one is acceptable within these circumstances. Whether they choose to keep it official according to the rules, or whether they decide to kind of shortcut just about 1 lap. So, all right. So, after that set of pit stops and some action, let's look at what we got so far. Michael's still first. Zero sitting second. These two have been really fast. Entered Caesar third. Hyundai fourth. Skinny Brave 5th. So could we have a first-time winner? Obviously, Michael has been to victory lane and so has Zero. However, Entered Caesar and Hyundai have not. Could we see them burst through and try and steal away a win? Look at Welp Dang. This is very, very interesting. Welp Dang is sitting 6th place. Welp Dang could actually sneak and grab this win. It is well within his abilities to do so. Can he hold on? This is so exciting, so many opportunities. And what about our chase contenders back here? Unfortunate day for both the 48 and the 84. However, we definitely could see a situation where they jump a gap and get through a 3 or 4 wide situation and get through the field and then be in contention for a win. All of this could happen. It is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to see some. I told you, you ain't seen nothing yet. When I told you about that hard-nosed racing, we are about to see more racing. Don't know what's going on out there on the racetrack right now with these guys. Obviously, we're recording this footage for any foul play purposes, but that's what we can what we're gonna have here is these guys. There you go. As they rough each other up. I guess it's better to rough each other up under caution than it is to do it in the middle of the race. Best way to keep from getting a penalty, but we're going to see if they're going to keep it official and swing around the racetrack one more time and bring us into overtime, or whether they double foul. Let's pay close attention to it. All right, they're double fouling. We're going to go green flag this time. So check that seat belt, guys. Make sure it's tight. They're going to restart 3 wide. Just call him Ricky Bobby. Oh, boy. But they're going to restart this time. Green, white, checker. Infinite overtime for BRL is going to start at the start finish line. Will we see a first time BRL winner? Will we see another hot seat get to victory lane? Or will we see those chase contenders in the back find a way, find the heart of a champion and swing up through the field and steal a victory away? Will Zero be able to score yet another victory? Will Michael get yet another victory, and more importantly, take a firm hold on this championship battle? So many questions. We're about to get so many answers. They prepare to take the green flag for what could be the final time tonight. Here we go. Michael, Zero, approaching the start finish line. It's overtime. Green flag. 3 wide. Look at Ghost. Look at the 48 on the bottom. 5 wide as they prepare to handle into turn 1. Zero, clean start. 17 trying to break away, all in the grass they go. Hyundai off track, trying to make it 3 wide. Zero starting to break away. 22 right there in the mix. 22 is not going to let her break away, but look at the 42 of Entered Seizure on the left side. And the 48 kind of getting left in the dust right here. Ghost behind him. They've got to figure out something to get going as well. Dave blows the corner. The 48 into the wall. And that could be that race. So Entered Seizure makes a mistake. Back up to the front. Michael trying to take advantage, trying to break away from the mayhem and catch the 17 at the same time. Hyundai there too, Skitty Brave there too. Let's go a little bit further in the field. Well, dang, not necessarily close enough, but there's been a lot of trouble in this bus stop. It's claimed the race of many of the drivers. They all get through cleanly. Back up front, leader, Zero Fan approaching the start finish line. Can he get there before there's a caution? He does. White flag, no more cautions. Next flag will be the checkered flag. 17 just has to hang on through the remainder of the road course. We see smoke behind. Look at Skitty Brave make a move for the 5. He advances. He's in 3rd place. Michael, our highest chase finisher, sitting there in 2nd. Oh, Michael has caught Zero. They're going to battle it out for the lead. Zero fan unable to hang on. He must have made a mistake, or Michael may just be that good. Michael to the inside. Michael trying to make a left side pass. He's going to try to set him up for the corner. Unable to do so. Michael on the left side. Right side. Zero on the left side. Can get just an inch. He's only got the second half of the racetrack to work with. Bus stop is going to mean everything. Here's the 17 getting ready to barrel down. Let's see how this works out. Michael gonna jump the gun. Zero cuts. Zero cuts. 22's right there. They make contact. There's no more cautions. There are no more cautions. Swinging around. Zero trying to hang on. Look at Skinny Brave. Skinny Brave's gonna try to make a move. Zero is gonna take the checker flag. He does. What a race to the end. 17, 22, 46. Take the checkered flag. And that ends the race. Overtime restart. Our highest chaser, Michael, couldn't get to victory lane. The 17 gets back there again. The 46, another solid third place finish. Hyundai finishes fourth. What action we've had as they line up for me to catch the grid. Thank everyone for remembering to do that. Hyundai Ghost Train able to salvage a day. He's going to get up to fifth. 48 is going to get up to sixth place there. Welp Dang finishes in the 7. He finishes 7th. And that is what we have here. And I don't know, we might have to look at that again. There might be some DNF there. Oh, Inner Caesar, that's right. We are missing one. Yes. Question, did Welpdang have 100% engine? We'll have to look at that again. What a race we've had here. We have got to, first of all, let's first off spotlight our Blitz reporter. I think he's already backed out, actually. So what we'll do is we'll talk to the 4th place finisher. And I think he's backed out as well. Everyone is starting to back out here. But let's see if we can get in touch with Hyundai, who had a great finish here. Since we can't get up with Skitty Brave in the 46. Did he already leave? I thought I saw him fly through the screen. Yeah, Skitty's already gone. That was Welpdang. All right, so let's see if we can get up with Hyundai up here and get a quick interview with him on what was an awesome finish. I'm telling you, had it been another 300 feet, I think we would have had a photo 3-wide finish, because Skitty and Michael were right there. I don't know where Skitty Brave came from, but he just came from nowhere to get up to 3rd. And what an amazing finish there. So it doesn't look like we're going to get an interview with Skitty Brave or the 5 of Hyundai. So let's go to the 22 of Michael.
Kind of bummed because Caesar first he forgot to brake or something and lost 3 positions, and then he crashed. He was going to be up there somewhere, but he lost all of it.
And that, I mean, that sometimes that happens when you're fighting like you are for the potential of that race win, and he just came up just a bit short. But that's just what you expect in this kind of, racing and this kind of atmosphere. You're trying to get that win, and it just happens like that, especially when you talk about that bus stop. Well, we have Michael up here in the booth. Please be sure to include your audio. Man, I tell you, that's probably the best finish that BRL has had in Season 3. what an awesome show, especially there at the end. So I have to ask, you came up second, but man, you were able to hawk down the 17-0, who had kind of started gapping the field just a little bit. Take us through that last lap.
Caught him by a lot. I was a lot faster than him than I expected to be. And then coming to the bus stop, we made a little, like, gentleman's rule not to cut it. Then last lap he cuts it anyways.
Yeah. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
I'm done.
So because of that, what do you think about, though, the fact that when you compare what your run with what the rest of the Chasers' finish was like, how would you describe your day? Was it a success for you?
Huge. I think Habibi sub finished 6th, is what I heard.
Yeah, that's correct. Mm-hmm.
And I think Ghost got 4th, and Beloved
Right.
DNF. So, P2, very good day. It definitely should put me in the points lead by a fair bit. I think a P2.
Right. So.
Not. Heard that he got wrecked.
Yeah, evidently there was a huge wreck back there in the bus stop on the final lap. So, unfortunately, we were unable to catch that, but we caught what I feel matters the most, is that exciting finish, man. We'll get you out of here on this. Who you got to thank headed into what could be your championship in Magella?
Definitely Toller and Chevrolet. Putting sponsors in the car and a sick bear on a trash can.
All right. You had Frosty out there saying, "Get him, Michael." So that was awesome to have that type of communication out there in the chat for you, man. We appreciate you coming up here, taking the time to get an interview with us, and we'll see you next week.
Yep.
That was Michael, driver of the number 22, and then let's interview our race winner. Boy, oh boy. He said that he wanted to try to win this race. He was confident that he could do so, and well, he wasn't playing. He went out here and he got this thing. But I have to talk about it. 0.
Hi.
Man. Congratulations on that race. Good gracious alive. Where did the 7 come from just now?
I don't know. I was flipping. It's okay now. I'm okay in the car. Just want to say that first. Wow. I'm lost for words right now. I knew we bought a really good car here today, but I didn't think it was really race winning good. I saw the lineup and I was like, I don't really think we're race winning good, but why not try it out? Really proud of this team. Everything, they all came together. Perfect pit stops, perfect everything. I really want to thank Eris for coming on board with us. They were like really, really top notch today. I just love everything about this car. I guess Eris is a sponsor to go with, because every time I run Eris, I just win races. So I think that's the way to go from now on. Yeah, I'm really proud of how I drove today. That last lap was kind of weird. Yeah, I agree, but it's the last lap. You got to do what you got to do for a win. You win some, you lose some, and I didn't feel like I wanted to lose one like that, because I've lost one before like that, and I just was like, yeah, I don't feel like losing one tonight. So really proud of everybody back at the shop. Had great racing with Slay. Slay was a phenomenal competitor. I ran with him all race, and it was pretty fun trying to keep up with him and try to catch him. Definitely had me just a little bit on the longer run, but I feel like if I could have kept being more consistent, I think we would have been fine. But yeah, really, really proud of this team. Proud of this car.
Great, man. That last lap, I feel if y'all had about 350 more feet, it would have been a photo finish. You had the 46 that it came from the depths of Gehenna to come and get you, and then Of course, you had the 22 that you were battling with and was able to regain some momentum after the bus stop. So what an awesome finish, man. Your second win of the season.
Yes, sir.
Which definitely helps you out in preparation for S4. You already thanked everybody, so we're going to get you out of here. We look forward to seeing you next week for what could be the final, what will be the final race of S3.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Sam, for everything. I really appreciate it. You are awesome. I enjoy your league so much. Thank you for everything. Whoever else is in the party, thank you. I can't wait to watch the race later tonight. I just want to thank everybody. Everybody I know. Frosty, he brought me in here. I want to thank him, even though I don't know if he's watching, but thank you, Frosty, for letting me come in here. Caesar's mad, but it's okay. Love you too, Caesar. Jaguar, you got pretty good. So, anyways, thank you so much, Sam. I appreciate everything you've done for me and everything for my team. Is there any chance I could be with you on Monday? What is it, Monday or Tuesday for the report?
Tuesday.
Okay, can I do this on Tuesday?
Hopefully. We'll see.
Awesome.
We'll see.
I'd like to, help out just a little bit. Thank you so much for everything.
No
I really appreciate it. You're awesome, and you're the best. Thank you so much, bud.
Appreciate it.
See ya.
Yep. All right, that was our winner in the 17 of 0. An epic win here at the road course. So, really two winners. You heard on the stream there, Snow. We obviously saw the 17, but really the biggest winner was the 22 of Michael. When you talk about the battle over the final four and where he is sitting there, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, definitely. If he could have eked out that win, it definitely also would have been a big deal in terms of points and how much further he'd be able to dig both Ghost Train and Michael. But that didn't happen. So on to Mugello for the championship. That's right. Next week will mark the championship. We will crown a champion in BRL. Will Michael be able to cap off a successful Daytona run and gain the championship? Or will he choke it away to Habibi, who no doubt will be back for that championship run and will have something to say about today and not being able to be here? And what a disappointment it was for Ghost Train and for Beloved. Both of these individuals, Beloved, unable to finish the race, and Ghost Train not getting the finish that he wanted, obviously. But we know that they are going to have something to say as well about the results of this race at the championship race. So 48 versus 22 right now. 22 has the points lead, but will it stay that way next week? You're just gonna have to tune in and find out. We want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you, Snow Engineer, for being up here in the booth with us and helping us broadcast what turned out to be a very exciting overtime finish. I want to thank everyone that was in this race and had an opportunity to compete. We had a lot of hot seats that will no doubt turn into top 16 drivers, and hopefully we'll have the same next week as we prepare for the final race, as we prepare to cap off that team points battle as well, to prepare for the team points battle on the racetrack and crown us another team champion. So much to look forward to in the coming weeks. Check us out when we go live again this coming week as we update the points after Daytona. This has been Snow Engineer. This has been Sam Cook right here on Twitch Monster 27, and we're going to sign out.